All right, welcome everyone to our new DBA series. Today we're going to talk about backup, specifically how do you back up a progress database. But before we talk about how to back it up, let's talk about what not to use to back up your progress database. So back in the old days, it was pretty common to see a database split across multiple file systems so that we could get better throughput on these slow rotating Rust disks. And so we'd have a little bit of database over here and a little bit of database over there. And where you got caught up was you had a backup script that was maybe backing up the database using system tools, and you forgot the one little piece that you put over here, and then a year later when you needed that backup, well, guess what? You have nothing because you don't have that one little piece over there. So watch out for that. Today, in today's modern world, people are doing more things like Veeam or VMware snapshots. The problem there is that if your database is up and running in multi-user mode, things are moving in shared memory and they're moving in disks. You're not guaranteed to get a usable copy of the database from that Veeam snapshot or that VMware snapshot. So this is not a supported way to take a backup. And really, we've seen this in the real world where it just doesn't work. Now, you can do that kind of non-progress backup if you do something called a proquiet. So you run a proquiet command, which quiesces the database, and then you can do a system backup in any way you want. But really, we only see that in very, very large environments these days. It's much easier and lower risk to do a pro backup. All right, so that brings us to the solution, which is the Progress Pro Backup utility, which has been there since the beginning of time. Really, really, really easy to use. Let me show you how to do it. So what I have here is a simple copy of the sports database that I created, which is called PK Blog. We're going to do a offline backup using the Pro Backup utility here. So you can see simple syntax, Pro Backup, the name of the database, the name of the backup file, and that's it. You just did an offline backup. Now, is this the best way to do a backup? Not quite. You can see here the file is about 2.5 megs, which is about the size of the full database itself. So instead, what we can do is we could add this -com parameter. Now be careful, -com is not compressed in the traditional gzip sense. It's really compressed in the way that Progress removes empty spaces from the database when it's backing it up. So you get the same backup with the empty space removed, and you can see now the -com backup is really much smaller. Now both of these are offline backups, so let's do an online backup. So we'll start the database up here. There it goes. All right, and now let's do our backup. Now if we try to do an offline backup again, we're going to get an error message here that the database is in use in multi-user mode. So we're going to add the online parameter to the backup command. Pro Backup online, the name of the database, the name of the file, -com, and there you have it. We have an online backup of the database. Now, at the same time, don't forget all those other files that you need to back up. Back up any startup.pf files that you have. Back up repl.properties files if you're doing OpenEdge replication. Very important to back up these files. You'll need them. Back up anything in $DLC property. So if you're using the admin server, conmanager.properties, ubroker.properties, maybe you made some changes to admin server plugins.properties, it's a good idea to back up those files also. I also like to keep a 1-year rotating archive of the database log files, right? When there's a problem, I want to be able to go back in time, see when the problem started. So I keep a rotating 1 year of logs. I rotate every week, and I keep 1 year worth of logs all the time. So if you have any questions, please feel free to drop us a line or put something in the comments. Tell us what you want to hear about in the new DBA series. All right, thank you very much.